Hey gang, and welcome to Tantrum House. I'm Will, and today I'm joined by Melissa and Kevin.
And we're looking at one of the hottest games from the convention season. It's one you'll definitely want to get your hands on for the holidays.
It was released at the Spiel in Essen, and it should be available at stores in the States pretty soon.
Kevin and Melissa have had a chance to play it a couple of times now, and we're excited to be able to share with you our Adrenaline Terrible 2
Minute Review.
Adrenaline from CGE is a 3 to 5 player game that's 1 part Euro and 1 part first-person shooter, which is fantastic. It means that video games and board games have finally merged into one. Kevin, tell us more about that.
Well, you have the Halo GoldenEye aspects of running around, picking up weapons, shooting people, and then respawning.
Yes, but you also have the Euro mechanics of needing to collect ammo and manage your resources. And then there's the whole thing that the winner is the one with the most victory points.
At the beginning of the game, players select their characters, they get their starting ammo, and then they spawn on the board. On their turn, they get 2 actions. They can use those to either move, pick up weapons or ammo, or they can attack.
Right, and when you attack somebody, you take your color-coded damage marker and you put it on their board. Now, when the person dies, that's when you actually score. So the person with first blood gets a point, and then you get points based on how much damage you do. So the person who has done the most damage gets the most points, and then so on.
So the player who gets the kill actually takes their token and puts it on the kill track, and at the end of the game is awarded based on the person who has the most kills and so on.
The player who's killed gets to respawn, which is fantastic because there's no player elimination in the game. And then an even better mechanic on top of that is that when a player does respawn, they're actually worth fewer points than someone who hasn't been killed yet. So that kind of discourages you from attacking that guy that keeps getting killed over and over, while leaving the other guy as the one that everybody's hunting after, which I love as a mechanic. And since I've already jumped into mechanics, Melissa, why don't you tell us about the rest of those?
Well, I really love Euros, so I'm glad that this game isn't just, running around shooting each other to be the last person standing.
I'd be okay either way.
Yeah. So there's a lot of strategy, the way the victory points are awarded to who you attack and when you attack them, because you really do want to get that majority of damage on a person. I also like that there's no luck in the combat. There's no dice that you're going to roll. They're not going to mess up your plans. You're going to hit the person if you have the weapon and you can target them. But that brings us to the ammo, because you have to manage your resources. Because if you go in there all guns blazing one turn and deplete all your ammo, it may take you a turn or two to pick up that ammo to then be able to shoot again. So you have to plan for that. And then finally, there's the whole adrenaline aspect to the game. And I find that really interesting, that the more damaged you get, the more powerful you actually become because you have adrenaline. So that's kind of where the mechanic meets the theme. So Will, why don't you tell us a little bit about the theme?
So clearly I love it. The idea that you're in a first-person shooter is fantastic. I think the card art is really good. Yeah. The minis are really nice. I love the little robot smiley dude. What's his name?
Destructor.
Yeah, Destructor. Flavor text is good in the book. The art, like I said, is really good. I love the blood tokens and the crystal skull things. I think those are the same pieces as like in Soul Cake.
I think they are.
But that's okay. That's my favorite piece in that game.
But they're a different color now.
Different colors, yeah. I think overall the story the story to it is just that you're in this combat, which is excellent, and it's just really, really good looking. I think CGE is kind of scratching an itch with this first-person shooter thing that hasn't really been scratched anywhere else. So I love that they're like just moving into this new area. Tell us about the replayability.
So replayability, I think of 2 things. One is the board itself. When we were playing the prototype at Origins, it was just like one board, but now there are 2 different boards that are double-sided, so it's like you can have 4 different board configurations, which it really helps replayability. The other thing is the ammo tiles and the weapons. They're randomized each game, so even more.
So I don't know who should talk about enjoyability. I obviously am loving it. I mean, I think that the idea, the concept is so great. And then one of my favorite things is that because it's such a familiar genre, like people can just jump into it and play. And you already understand, like, oh, okay, I'm going to respawn here. I got to get this ammo. It makes perfect sense. Like, it's a really easy game to pick up and jump into, which is really, really great.
Right. I actually really enjoy the weapon combos that you can make, because some of them are melee weapons on the same space, and other ones are long-distance weapons, so you can kind of set yourself up to punch someone into the next room and then throw a grenade at them and things like that, and it's really fun.
I think Thor is my favorite weapon of the game. I like that it's turn-based. Someone could be giving another player a lot of damage, and then I could sweep in and do that final kill.
Yeah, excellent stuff. I think clearly we've enjoyed it. Clearly, Tantrum House gives Adrenaline 3
thumbs up.
We're so good that we don't even have any bloopers. What's with you and Ryan?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You, Ryan.
We are just so good.
We miss you.
In front of the camera. Hey gang, and welcome to the Tantrum House. I'm Will, and I'm joined today by Ryan. Nope.
I'm leaving.